Hello everyone. I'm level 36 and welcome back to Foundry. Last time, we had gotten our research set up, we have our factory of factory components set up. It's still kind of saturating the system, so this is a factory that is definitely going to consume a lot of resources, but it's not supposed to run 100% of the time, although while it's building up its collection of resources, it certainly is running 100% of the time. So, but this will help us expand quite quickly as we progress throughout the game. But to facilitate that expansion, we've already basically run to the point where our single line of plates and rods is not really keeping up. Rods is doing okay. We're not hurting for those. I think we're actually at overflow because these are the primary consumer of rods, and yep, that's full, and these factories are starting to fill up. So rods we're doing alright with. Plates, though, we're real short on plates. So by far the easiest way we can increase our production is by not being a big dummy and forgetting to hook up the last of our furnaces. I don't quite know how I managed this, but I forgot to put in the outputs on these last two furnaces. So now, that should help. Not a ton, but a little bit. But now we actually have a fully saturated line going through the system. Additionally, while right now our research is filling up, we are going to need to research some more stuff. So let me actually just queue up the next research, which is going to be Science Pack 2s. We'll get to building these soon. Our current tasks are to build a cargo ship with, and to buy a small cargo ship and ship out some basic transport bots to the station to start making some galactic currencies. So if we open our space station, our pretty wrecked space station, we can go into spaceships. Well, you know, own one. I guess we need to buy one, a small cargo ship. Let's buy that. So now we have a small cargo ship. Looks like, yeah, we've got some construction materials, and we still don't have a lot of this other stuff. We can build a sales platform, so let's start building that. But yes, we need to increase our production, which means we need more furnaces. So let's go into our crafting menu, and we did not automate production of furnaces, and if we had, it wouldn't have been done yet. So let's create another 8 of those. Then to progress that, we need some more xenoferrite plates, so let's just shut down production for a minute while we pick up some more resources and queue up another 5, 6, 7, 8. So we can balance out our production and grab our foundations, because we're going to just kind of stack our furnaces here. So let's see, we're going to want this. It's hard to see in the smoke clouds. Oh, no. Enough. It's one side. Oh, it looks like it blocks the smoke when you put these down. So, nope. Platforms. Research packs 2 research. Let's see what else we can research without having to actually make those yet. Containers, there's only a couple more things. Oh, looks like our management bot has something they want to say.
Are you feeling a little spooked when it's dark? No worries, BB. We can create some light poles to brighten up our nights.
Build some light poles. Well, we'll get to that eventually. Let's focus on this first. We'll need a way of getting up there and getting resources up there. Let's focus on us first. So that's where the foundries are going to be. So let's just... these in. Not foundries, smelters. That's what these are called. Why not make? Oh, we're still making them. I was like, I make 2 sets. Then, if we look at our setup down here, we're gonna need 2 rows of conveyors in parallel with each other. Our input row is along there. Output row is like that, and we're running out of these. We will queue up some more. We definitely need some more xenoferric plates. Ooh, it looks like we built that sales platform, so now we have another UI element telling us how much profit we're making a day. Can we build anything else? Yeah, we don't have any transport bots to sell yet, and this is kind of just our financial history. We can upgrade our solar panels, so let's queue that up. Now, these 3 are taking care of this one line, so let's probably should build another couple miners so that we can get another line to go up there. We're going to need the slope up. So that will take materials up to here. And if we want to join these in at this splitter, we need to not fall off our platform. Slope down. Actually, we don't want to join in there. Oops. We want to join in after that splitter to there. That way it will feed both sides of this, which we might need to expand our main bus here a little bit to handle the increase in production, but we'll deal with that when it gets to it. We'll have to move this so we can actually integrate the next line from there. In fact, we can probably make this a little bit neater. By just going out one, just coming straight down, and then straight in. There we go. rest of our smelters. And then we're just mirroring what we did down below. So intake things. And then we need to craft some more of the long ones, which means we need more xenoferrite plates. We should definitely have the power to maintain this. We'll need, say, a couple more drone miners, which means we need more xenoferrite plates. This is why I'm focusing on the xenoferrite plates first. These go on here. These need to be set to output mode. Let's expand our mining platform a little bit. Stick another 3 drone miners on here. We are chewing through this deposit. It's not going to last forever, so we will need to go get some more, but hopefully at that point we will have some better modes of transportation besides just belting it all the way. Alright. Looks like we're crafting our drone miners. Alt. Emma, last one. But this should about double our xenoferrite plate production, which will help us a lot when it comes to our production. These are all coming to life. Go. Now we have, come on, last one. Missing something. Is this not saturated belt input? It is. Okay, there we go. Now we have 2 belts of xenoferrite plates production. So that should keep this pretty much saturated going into our factory component production. It looks like we have produced... So yeah, we have a complete backlog, or a overflow of factory foundations. And we're back to working on more of our conveyor belts and assemblers. Looks like assemblers are almost at overflow, and our conveyor belts are almost at overflow. So it'll start making more of the different things here soon. Oh, we've completely overflown our rod consumption for now. So that's good. And now that our plates are a little bit more consistent, this should speed everything up, which will definitely be nice. Alright, well, we'll just leave that going, and let's get our... Well, it's not a super high priority, obviously, because we are kind of on an overflow on the rods. We'll probably need more. So, and another research. Kind of just running out of the tier 1 research stuff. We will want to get tier 2 research set up very soon because tier 2 belts are nice. Great way to increase throughput is just to increase the speed of the belts instead of necessarily having to add more lanes. But we need now to deliver transport bots to the station. So let's clear some space over here. And we need to build a transport bot assembly line. So let's see what a shipping pad requires. We can make one of those. And then a transport bot needs a electronic component, machinery part, and xenoferrite plates. So we make electronic components from rods and machinery parts from xenoferrite plates. So we will need to make another line. Push this out. This conveyor belts. So let's go pick up some more. It's nice having a nice little mall of parts to just draw from. I think we're going to do this in this space over here. So let's just fill this in. Start filling it in and then go grab some more foundations. And I think that's the last thing we have to research that doesn't require tier 2 research. Yeah. Oh well, that's okay. We'll have tier 2 set up soon enough. And it's nighttime again. Jeez, I waited for this recording to start until it was day, and it is now not day again. And our factory a bit. So, this, shipping pad is rather large, I think. Yes. So we're going to put this... Where are we going to put this? I don't want to interrupt where I'm going to put more research. We'll fill in this area over here. Building blocks. Hopefully the audio levels of walking are a little bit more pleasant now. I realize there's a setting to control just the step sounds, which I was very glad to find because I find them, well, yes, I'm a robot. It's a little annoying to hear the robot legs all the time. Alright. Nice little spot for our shipping pad. Just to not fall off my platform. Jeez, it is, really big. Totally filled in underneath. We need to get to the control pad for it. Transport wares from factory to space station, and we're going to transport the transport bots. We just don't have any transport bots. It looks like we also have to assign the ship to this. Can we do that here? No, okay. Spaceships, assigned task, planetary shipping.
We did it. That was quite a lot, right? But it'll be worth it. Just one more step to make some cash. We can convert an old hangar to a sales platform from which passing traders and customers will be able to buy our products. Once built, we need to enable sales through the station command menu, and then we wait. You'll be notified about sales every hour.
Alright, now we actually have to build transport bots. So to do that, I need to look at their recipe again, because I don't remember. It's xenoferrite plates, machinery parts, and electronic components. Electronic components require wire coils and fire, so we'll just kind of... I'm not worried about this being a super fast production line. I don't really want it to consume a ton of resources, so I think we're going to just do one for xenoferrite plate, or one for machinery parts, 2 wire coil and 1 electronic component assembler, and then probably, because that's 10 seconds, each of these are 0.5 and 1. Actually, we should only need 1 wire coil assembler, and we can then use 2 of those. Yeah, we'll just see how this goes. So let's split off some resources. Then something like that. Something like that. And then go. Let's see, I want to check on how my assembly is going. Good. Cool. We are going to need some more assemblers, but this one, let's actually fill in a little bit more space. So rocket it. So this one, I want to first split. This is going to be our machinery part assembler. And do that there. This will output behind it. We could just steal some of these from right over here. We have the coils right here, but I want to keep production lines isolated. That way I can shut them down and turn them on if I don't. Like, if I say wanted this to just not be functioning, I can just shut it off without having to, like, then worry about it affecting other things. So that is kind of one of the reasons I'm just making things work together. And on this side, we only need the rods for this production. So we're just going to keep things nice and symmetrical. This right here, and then the one right there. You are going to make wire coils. Don't actually need any more rods. And you are going to make electronic components. output, input. And we're actually going to just output back to the front. Oh wait, oh, we do need rods. Oops. That was a bit of a mistake. Well, I guess this is alright. I'm okay with this not being the most efficient of production lines. Okay, should I output behind? Yeah. Just in case I do want to expand this in the future. All right, then. We are going to then put need some more assemblers. Go over to the mall and pick a couple up, and then we'll put a couple assemblers down. Building the transport robots, and then that will ship them off into space to be sold. So these are going to go, leave ourselves one more space there. So these will start off right here. Let's start with just 3, because I think with this production speeds that will be sustainable. Let's leave a gap. That's why we left that gap there. Over, crossed. This is going to come over. Crossed. Back. 2, 3. Oh. Okay, back to that there. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, and then I need another 3 of these. Output line is going to run underneath. Oh, oops. That one further out. That is the speed of the higher tier conveyors that we'll get eventually. Deconstruct those 2, and then 1, 2, 3. Now we should just need to configure these to construct our transport robots. And this is our first transport robot. We can't use it, I don't think. But we can sell it. Making them slowly but surely. And you can see our packaged crate there starting to fill up. How many of these is it going to ship at one time? 25 items. So once we have 25 of these, our transport ship should come down from our station up there. I actually didn't realize you could see it from down here. $16. Our ship should be coming down here any second now. Fleet 5, there it is, and there's our transport ship coming down. Loading it up. And off it goes. Our first load of transport belts to be sold. Let's go over to our control panel over here and see what we need to do to set them up. So sales platform, if we enable that, we're going to sell them at the regular price of 14 Thermolite. There we go. 14 Thermolite, a transport pad. And we haven't sold any yet. We'll have to wait for an hour to go by for the market to update. While we're waiting, let's check on our production. So we have all our plates, or our belts are overflowed. Hey, there we go.
The smell of profit. We've set up the basics, but there is a lot to come. I know I've been bothering you a lot. I'll dial it back a bit from here and let you follow your own plans.
Thanks, Carl.
Oh, right. One final thing. I mentioned it before, the galactic currency is called Thermolite. It's a precious metal that is both used as currency and as crafting material. You don't need that yet, but soon you will need to ship it to the planet from the station to make use of it.
Good to know. All right. So selling things is a way that we are going to get a resource that we'll need. Looks like we're actually making our conveyor intake or our inserters. How's our... Ooh, we are overflowing on assemblers as well. I don't think it's completely backed up yet. No, so we still got a little bit more to produce before it starts producing the next thing down the line. But it is exciting. We are starting to get all of our factory components. They're already automated, but because of the way I built this, with it being a sequential line, the first thing kind of has to overflow before the next thing will start producing. So I tried to put it together in order of importance, but that does mean that we're going to have to wait a little bit for, like, all of this stuff to get produced. Like, our splitters are going to take a while before we start getting the splitters. But hopefully we aren't consuming them at the rate that we'll always need this to be running 100% of the time. But yeah, I think this was a good episode. It's a little shorter, but we got our automation of our first for sale robot frame. And we increased our xenoferrite plate production by quite a bit. It looks like this is completely overflowing now too, which, yeah, that's good. Next episode, we'll have to build our second set of research. So Research Mark II. If we take a look, it doesn't look terribly complicated, but we need to build conveyors and building blocks to build Mark II research. So we'll have to get that set up so we can continue researching things. Let's see if our management bot has anything to say before I go. And we'll need to increase our plate or our rod production as well. One more quest.
Time to reach for the stars, you say? By expanding our communication capabilities, we can get in touch with other galactic entities. Let's upgrade the station to do so.
That sounds interesting. I think, though, we don't have any available upgrades. That's the antenna. And I think we need a research to do that. So we'll need our Tier 2 research. If I looked correctly, yeah. Antenna, we require some Tier 2 research. So we'll get into that next time. But anyway, I'm level 36. This has been Foundry. I hope you have enjoyed. And I'll see you next week with another episode. Excellent rest of your day.